Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Living Big with Big Reg. Always in the building. Listen, before we even get started, Endo, Rodney, I need some credit. All right, keep working on the road. Leave it at that. Now, we got a couple things we got to discuss. Obviously, it's Pittsburgh week. I know we sitting some guys, starting some backups because we want to rest before the playoffs, which we'll get into a discussion about that. I'm perfectly fine with that as well. But let's get into it, right? Oh, I'm a man of my word. For those who can't see it, I got the Pittsburgh shirt, right? I got the Pittsburgh shirt on. I'm a man of my word. Okay? I'm a man of my word. I lost a bet earlier this season to Endo and some others about a certain player who's not to be named at this point, who still has a chance to have a pretty darn good career. All right, if I say so myself. Now, let's see here. Um, now let's get to the big breaking news of the day, right? And for some of us, it's big breaking news. For others, not so much. But we're going to talk about it. The Ravens signed Dalvin Cook. This is something I think a lot of Ravens fans wanted back when he was available, before he even signed with the Jets, right? When we heard he was available from Minnesota, a lot of Ravens fans, at least I know I did, wanted us to go sign Dalvin Cook. Why? Because the man is a beast of a running back. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there saying he's washed. He's not. He's not. He's had to be a backup for the Jets to a very good running back in Brees Hall, one that I actually drafted in fantasy. He's had a pretty good season for me. But what do you expect when you're going to a franchise? It's your first time playing with them. They lose their quarterback in the first game, on the first drive, first play, pretty much. And now you're running with the young running back who has been absolutely phenomenal in his young career. And we see him this year coming back off of a major surgery and injury. He just picked up right where he left off. Dude stepped in, Brees Hall stepped in and just started doing what he had to do. Absolute beast. So signing Dalvin Cook, I feel, was probably the smartest decision any team in the playoffs could have made. He's got fresh legs. He's a 1,000-yard rusher. And you don't need him to be the go-to guy. He's going to come in and he's going to earn carries and mix in carries with, Justice Hill and Gus Edwards, So I think he's an upgrade to Melvin Gordon by far. And I think it's a win-win situation. And I believe I heard on Coach's stream earlier, we're only paying $20K for him because the Jets paid his whole $6.8 million salary. So we're paying all at $20K. We got Jay6 in the building. What's good, y'all? Hey, listen, go check out Jay's channel, right? He's been on hiatus for a little bit, but he's making a comeback. He's going to make a comeback, all right? We already got some things planned out. He is what I like to call one of the college football specialists as well. NBA. He's a sneakerhead. He covers all of that on his channel. So definitely go check him out. I heard he's got some fresh equipment coming through. I know he got more fresh kicks that came through. So he got some material waiting for us. All right. So you see, you heard it here first. I'll be back most definitely. So we can't wait. We can't wait. We got Miss Yolanda in the building. Good evening. I hope all is well. Well, happy birthday to the young one. Happy birthday. My little one birthday just passed right before Christmas. she gets double the gifts. She loves it. So let me know what y'all think about this Dalvin Cook signing. Like I said, I personally love it. I think it was a great decision. And it shows, too, that the team is in the mindset of this is our time, here and now. Now, the only news I need to break is that they decided to go out and sign Marcus Peters and then Dominican Sue as well. If they can do that, add those guys into the roster for the playoff run, then we know they meant business, right? We know they ready to go in here and do whatever it takes to win. Because Marcus Peters, while he didn't have, the season that we're akin to him having, he's still better than that deeper part of the roster. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And we will be, I don't want to say his name because y'all know how I feel about him. And I've been saying this since we signed him in the offseason. But Marcus Peters is an upgrade over that. So you bring him in, let him work. I think it'll be a terrific addition to the backfield at this point. And Yolanda's waiting for them J live streams. D Weezy in the building. What's good, D Weezy? Backyard Action Media right there. Hey, check his channel out. Man drops some great content. And if you need to know who to bet on, he's got the answers. And Sue won't show up to run. Listen, I'm not saying he will. But he'll provide extra depth and extra dog at a point where it's good to have it. It's good to have it. If you have it, it's good to have it in the playoffs. Don C, my guy, in the building. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Much appreciated. We got Hendo in the building from Rogue Pod. This is another one of these great content creators that's out here. This man is he's the editing king, all right? Don't let him convince you otherwise. The man's a monster. All right. What, are we still on this? Hendo, you never gonna let that go, huh? It was a preseason ranking. Preseason ranking. You never gonna let it go, huh? Oh, Hendo, I don't know if you missed it in the beginning here. Hold on. I'm a man of my word. I got the Pittsburgh shirt on. All right. I got the Steelers shirt on. I'm a man of my word. I said I was gonna do it at this point in time. Hey, I lost a bet. I held to it. And we got a guest in the building here who is, listen, he's gonna call himself a guest. I don't let him stand by that. But welcome, Mr. Ghost, into the building. What's good, sir?
Enjoying this Purple Kool-Aid Thursday.
Yes, indeed. Hold on, we got D Weezy says now they got pushed back down to 17 because January. D Weezy, we gonna let that go. All right. It was a preseason ranking, sir. Preseason ranking.
We're gonna let that go because the Carolinas at 32.
Don't worry, this crap is coming off right after the stream, and you're never to be seen again. Never to be seen again.
Weren't you gonna make a bet that KBK comes back to the Ravens?
No, I wasn't gonna make a bet on that. Not at all. I would never make that bet because I don't foresee him coming back. Okay. You got the purple drink. The purple drink.
Allison.
So, let me get your thoughts on the Dalvin Cook signing. How do you feel about it?
I feel like it's overrated. He ain't gonna do nothing. It's like, nah, I'm playing.
Come on, we knew you was capping on that one.
I mean, I feel like they can do some things with Dalvin Cook, but I also feel like it may be like a pre-run to see if they want to sign him for next year.
Hold on, I'll get back to you in a second. I was reading something real quick. Salute, Jared, another great YouTuber out here, right? Him and the Southern Baller Show. They got the swag on lock, but they don't just talk swag, college football. They talk NFL. They talk boxing. They talk it all over there. Go check out his channel. Great show. I love going there every time. Great people. Him and Coach 67 Sports. Great people over there. All right, go check it out. And then Hendo says, since we can't see the shirt, you have to wear it for a live stream or put a pic on the community page. I will put a
live
pic on
stream.
But this is a live stream though, and I have the shirt right here. Like I've shown the shirt several times.
Actually,
so you know it's there.
That don't say Steelers. It just says Pittsburgh.
Hey, that's all I could get. But it has their colors, all right? It has their colors.
You mean the yellow and black?
Yes, and it says Pittsburgh.
Not the gold that some people would lead us to believe.
We're not going to get into that discussion today. All Cook has to do is stay healthy, and he's golden. Here's the thing. Cook isn't an injury issue at this point. It's the playoffs. It's not like he's going to come in and just be the go-to guy, right? He's kind of got to earn a spot in our backfield. And his legs are fresh. He's been a backup for the Jets, like I said, all season because they have Breece Hall, and they didn't really need him. So it's one he's kind of preserved himself all year, and I think it's a great underrated signing at this point. No. I think he's definitely better than Gus, but I think he's a different style running back altogether. You know, Gus is more of a what you're supposed to do with Gus. Yeah, what you're supposed to do with Gus is just run him up the gut, let him be your power back. You know, he can be a one-cut guy. Dalvin Cook is still a home run hitter. Gus is not that. He doesn't have those wheels.
Whoa. Damage your knees like Dobbins. Hold on now. That don't sound right.
I was going to get to that in a second. And no, it's not a pirate shirt by any means. And I will not be live streaming during the game. I will be enjoying the game.
Is it a Pittsburgh Penguin shirt?
It is not. It was under the Steelers stuff. I bought it with the Pittsburgh Steelers stuff. I was looking in Pittsburgh Steelers shop. I was looking at. Like not their official site, but another Pittsburgh Steelers shop.
I mean, I feel like you got, so technically you aren't fulfilling the bet because it's just a Pittsburgh shirt. And we said a Steelers shirt.
Don C, I agree 1,000%. Cook still has wheels. Listen, to me, it's all the same as far as the shirt goes. Hendo, that's not where I got it from. But it's a Pittsburgh shirt nonetheless. It works.
It's not licensed as the Steelers gear, is it?
It fulfills the need, and we never specified.
No. I remember them saying Pittsburgh Steeler apparel. I mean, you can go back and do the receipts and double check if you want to.
Yeah, but we never specified what type of Pittsburgh Steelers apparel.
There's only one Steelers football.
So when I purchased this, and it says Pittsburgh Steelers, and then that's all the shirt says is Pittsburgh. That's not my fault. But it was under Pittsburgh Steelers stuff. That's what I was looking for.
I don't know. Sounds like you're moving the goalpost, fitting the narrative.
And I think we got something going on in the chat that's absolutely brilliant here.
Oh, Jay said you and him doing a list today.
Don C says that we should go live. I mean, Hendo should go live, and I agree.
Nah, I
I
agree with
agree.
What Jay just said. What Jay just said is perfect.
Well, Jay, we can't do the list because you have to be on the show to do the list for one. For two, um, I I can't stay long tonight. All right, so it's not gonna be one of those long all night streams. I know my co-host here already hit me up saying, "Hey, we going to out?" Nah, I can't do it. I cannot do it. But that list
Well,
is getting the show to itself, though.
like flip mode. 2 hours is the greatest.
I don't know, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no Reg Bayless going on here. All right. Jay, whenever you're ready to return to the big screen, you let me know. I promise you, we gonna do it because I've
Take me
been
to
wanting to do
Tonka.
that show. All right, sir. That's listen. All the people have is us, right? This is we have to give them as much as we can. I can't stay on late tonight because I got to get up 4 in the morning. I'm not gonna highlight that last comment because I know that's what you're laughing at. I'm not gonna highlight that.
Hey,
So,
he beat me to it.
so, so we talked about all right. We talked about Dalvin Cook. Now, like I said, I think he's an upgrade to the running back room in general, but he does not deserve all the carries right off the bat. Our guys have at least earned that right. Now, we know it's coming. What are your predictions for the game? Is there any
Yeah,
certain players you'd like to see go off?
are we gonna talk about why Lamar is not the MVP?
Hold on. I'm bothered by the fact you would even say that. Okay.
I mean, it might be one of those. The Ravens are 17th preseason ranking thing, so I just wanted to know, if you had something, take something similar to that.
I do not. So in my eyes, as far as Lamar being MVP, and I talked about this last week, I think he's got it in the bag. You go out, you dominate the Dolphins, you dominate the 49ers. Everybody they've talked about as being number one, he's surpassed them. He's played them and then surpassed them. And I just want to say, you're absolutely right. They are not going to let me live that down. But I think that comment that I made is what propelled the Ravens to go on a run of greatness this year.
What I was trying to
I
do
think
for
they
you.
lit the fire.
No, see, I tossed the alley oop, and you were supposed to say, you know what, you right. He took a 17th ranked preseason team and made them the number one actual AFC seed this year. So he has to be the MVP for taking a middle of the pack team and making them number one. But instead,
Well,
just let it go
no,
to the
because
wayside.
that's something that everybody knew already, right? I said that in that preseason ranking. I said the only way this team climbs up is Lamar Jackson, right? And I was like, that's if I was like, he's good. He can only take him so far, though. I needed the other guys to show and prove. Remember, the only reason I ranked him 17th was because we didn't know if OBJ was healthy enough. We didn't know for sure what Zay Flowers was going to be. We didn't know if Bateman was going to last the whole season because he hasn't. So my specific reason for ranking him 17th was too many questions. So what they did was they came out and throughout this season, they've answered all the questions. And remember, also, Marlo was hurt when I made that ranking. And I was like, with Marlo down and the history of Brandon Stevens, we're gonna get torched. And that turned out to be a big surprise on all of us that we didn't. So
I was just trying to give you the chance to say that. That's why he's your MVP. But I
This
feel
is
like you
true,
took it
Easy.
a little personal.
This is true. No, no, no. I'm not taking it personal. I was explaining. This is true. This Lamar didn't go on the run because of me, but the Ravens went on the run because of me. I guarantee you, Brandon Stevens saw how much trash I talked about him. He was like, Big Reg think he knows something? Watch this. And he went out there and balled. I ignite the fire.
It was you and the Road Pod who, y'all made it sound like Brandon Stevens shouldn't even make the XFL.
I lit the fire. All right. I was the igniter. Okay. I did that. I take 100% credit for that. 100%. I will
Well, look,
say this though.
it's two Achos, Hendo. So which Acho we talking about?
I like this one. I like the Club Reg. I don't know. We might have to Club Big Reg. We'll go Club Big Reg. Right? So I can't directly rip off Uncle Shay Shay. But listen, if I was going to make a case against Lamar for MVP, if I was going to try to pull a Richard Sherman, the only argument I think anybody could pull out is right now his numbers are on par with a I don't want to say he's a subpar quarterback, but his numbers are on par with another quarterback in the league. I'm not even going to say his name. I'm going to see if you could guess who he is, who currently has a losing record and is being kind of questioned if he's going to remain with the team and if he's even worth having as a starting quarterback. Some people are questioning if this dude is a starting quarterback.
You know what my question is?
Right now, his team has a losing record, but his numbers on paper,
I do want to get to you on something.
It's not Russell Wilson. His numbers on paper are on par with Lamar's, almost identical. But while Lamar's being talked about as MVP because he's
Justin
led a team
Fields?
to yes. He's led a team to wins, like the most wins, dominant wins. While Fields, the team's losing. So that's if I was going to make the argument, it would be, are we considering Justin Fields for MVP? But Sherman is also the same person that tries to say wins aren't a quarterback stat and to me, they are.
You would be saying Justin Fields, but his quality of play is not the same. The stats can be misleading, but his quality of play is obviously not as good.
I agree with that 100%. But Richard Sherman says that doesn't matter. If you see, I saw a clip, and Sherman says eye test does not matter when it comes to MVP. It's all about numbers. And that's where I say, if you're Richard Sherman, you're going to make the argument that Lamar is an MVP. That's your argument. That he shares similar numbers with Justin Fields. But personally, I'd say it's blasphemous to even think that Lamar wouldn't be MVP because of, like you said, the quality of play. The man's a beast. I mean, what can you say about the man? Had to play against the Dolphins. He dropped back left-handed, then turned around threw a dime to save Flowers that went for a touchdown. A left-handed drop back, and had the defense looking like, huh? Why he do that?
I do need to ask you some things because your predictions, the way they seem to turn out, outside of Lamar, because he's an anomaly. Everybody you said was going to have a good season went bad. Everything you said went bad, went good. Because, like Endo said, Caillou was supposed to make the team. That went terrible. You had JK doing some things. That went terrible.
Hold on. I say, and he could have, but he got hurt. Everybody had JK doing some things. Everybody had JK doing some things. Not just me. Everybody. Matter of fact, I point you to Coach's stream, and Coach said JK was going to go over 1,000. Oh, you know what I mean? He said he's going over 1,000 this year.
But Coach ain't say Caillou was going to make the team. Caillou ain't even make the field yet.
Listen, Coach was still in votes up until the last minute for Prochet to make the team. It's the same thing at this point. Said I had JK not staying healthy. Okay, you nailed it. You nailed it there, though.
But didn't you say Prochet could have a good year too?
I did.
So Prochet's the casualty of your
No, I never said Prochet. I never said Prochet could have a good year. I said I would like to see him in his offense to see if he had anything he could give.
So basically everything you wanted to happen didn't happen this year. You wanted to see him in his offense and he got cut. I'm going to tell Coach to blame you.
What you mean blame me? Everybody wanted to see Prochet in his offense to see if it made a difference.
Remember Reg said he wanted to see JK do good? He also said Caillou Kelly would make the team too. And look what happened to both of them.
You have one thing you're pointing at.
You said Brandon Stevens was going to be toasted beef, not even just roasted.
We all said that too. We all said that too.
I said they need to let him play one position and actually develop that position.
First off, I can't even put that comment on the screen, Hendo, because you need to spell my boy name right. All right, I'm not going to. We're not doing that.
That's how you spell Caillou.
My boy like that. Nah, I know what Caillou he talking about. And that's not
his parents.
Look,
his parents disrespected him by spelling his name wrong. That hood spelling. That's how you spell right, Caillou right there.
Ravens' great season is all on me. It's all on me, Hendo. Their great season they're having is all on me. I made this happen. All right. Can we talk about the last two games?
That's even better. Look,
can we talk about the last two games?
Give Hendo his highlight because it's going to get worse for you.
You talking about my predictions, right? The last two games, I predicted a blowout over the teams we played, and that's what happened. So can I at least get credit for that?
I mean,
I was not you, D-Weezy, you know I wasn't pro Jabo.
The MVP gets credit for that.
I'll give him this highlight. You know I wasn't pro Jabo. I did say that I would hope he would finally find what he needed to be a player. I wasn't gonna be as hard on him this year as I was last year. And I haven't been. And I would say he's played better, but he's kind of played more.
Why are they going on your boy?
They going hard on my boy. I mean, come on, man.
Being a sausage juice water?
Come on, man. That's not called for, sir. That's not called for. Listen, the verbal abuse on that young man who just, he's trying to make it just like
he's taking all these L's because of you right now.
How is it because of me?
Is that the reason you had this Steelers shirt on right now? Because you swore he was going to make the team?
This is true. Now, hold on. That comes with an asterisk because he did make the team. Well, no, he did make a team. Actually, he's made several teams now. But, whatever.
Man of potted meat. Good God almighty.
See, y'all need to leave that man alone. He didn't make this team, but he made a team, right?
And got cut and made another team. And got cut and made another team. And then he got cut and made another team. Well, at least the practice squad.
So what you're saying is more teams want him than they want Prochet.
But more teams have cut him than kept him.
So? That means they actually.
Prochet got signed to the Browns, and he's still there.
I mean, he shouldn't be after the way he played, but yeah, he
I mean,
is.
he helped us out on one, but
I'm
I mean,
happy
after
for him.
that, they understood that it was kind of like, we understood you gave him one to give him a chance. They gave you 3 years, but okay. And since then, he's been doing his job.
Man, listen.
IU plus vegan spam. Wow.
Yeah, I was about to put that up there. They doing my boy dirty tonight. I don't know. Listen, I don't know why y'all chose violence. All right, this was supposed to be a happy stream. I don't know why y'all chose violence tonight. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on.
If we kept
You know what I'm
Caillou, we
saying?
might not have Cook.
That's not true. That's not
Jay,
true
there's
because we've lost.
there's a vegan
We've
version of
lost enough
everything.
corners that he still would have had a spot. That's all I'm gonna say. We've lost enough corners that he still would have had a spot.
I think Huntley going to show out finally because when he came into the preseason, his preseason throwing arm was way better than it was in that last game against Cincinnati. And the Ravens know if they can show him off, he'll price himself out, and them having Malik Cunningham will automatically sort itself out. Because if you can get Huntley to price himself out, then you can say, yeah, we have Malik Cunningham because we knew Huntley was that good that somebody was going to take him this year. And then all of a sudden it looks like EDC is a genius when really they kind of got lucky and didn't have a QB2 controversy.
Huntley's going to be used as trade bait. He's going to be used as trade bait.
He's unrestricted this year.
I thought they signed him to a 2-year deal. Was I
No,
wrong on that?
he's under a restricted tender that they signed him to. Last I checked.
Okay, so he's out of here. And to be honest, it's okay.
Cauliflower hot dogs.
It's okay that he goes. Yolanda wanted to keep Huntley. I understand it, but I think Malik Cunningham has the same amount of potential, if not more. And he can definitely do the same things. If you look at Malik Cunningham's college tape, this is why I feel like Bill messed up over there because he had possible dynamite on his hands and he wasted it by trying to switch the kid to a wide receiver when he should have left him as a quarterback.
I need you to re-highlight Yolanda's comment. Yolanda, I need you to update your profile picture to what's going to eventually be our combined XFL YouTube channel, our XFL Food YouTube channel.
You heard it here first, people. The channel is confirmed. The channel is confirmed. You late. Why are you just putting that? That was said like 3 hours ago. We don't need you inputting the same stuff over and over again.
Reg, I suggest you focus on the stream because if something comes flying out the corner of the screen and hits you in the face, I'm going to be on the ground laughing. All professionalism will go out the window.
On the stream. That's part of the stream.
If she sling a pillow across that room, I swear for God, I'm going to be laughing.
Listen, I agree.
It might go viral.
I'm not saying hold on, Hendo. I'm not saying
I want to be loved.
That dude. I'm saying he'll provide the same thing that Huntley provided as a backup, right? Another guy that could come in and run the same offense as Lamar. That's really all we would need. Like we wouldn't need a guy to come in and be a superhero backup quarterback. Huntley was never that. He did good enough and was able to play the same offense that Lamar played. So it was an easy transition. And I think Malik Cunningham being more athletic is just a little bit better.
Well,
and I believe
Yolanda didn't say no.
She didn't say no. She said but she didn't say no. And Hendo is correct. We need a live stream from that XFL channel, the XFL food channel, ASAP.
XFL vegan food channel.
So Hendo, he ran a few plays in the preseason, right? So preseason's preseason, But this is, again, with this offense, Todd Monken's creativity, I think he could step in and do the same thing Huntley can do. That's just me.
Well, anything that happened in New England does not count at this point in time. So even if he had played, it don't count.
Understandable. Yolanda's saying no to
the live stream, but not to the channel.
To something else. I don't think that was to the live stream. She agrees y'all should live stream at some point. Maybe she's saying not tonight.
You know what?
I don't know about 300. It's possible though, because Pitt's DBs aren't the greatest. Even though they do have Joey Porter. He's had a pretty good season, but we'll see.
You know what? Hey, Hendo, can you do like a what they call those? A logo for the Vegan XFL channel?
But Yolanda, you kind of agreed to making the channel. Like, you can't back down now. You said when Lamar signed his contract that you and B would make the channel.
This is true. I mean, you already backed out of that Oway bet with Jay. She lost the Oway bet with Jay. She backed out of that. I mean, I need you to be a woman of your word, Yolanda.
Yeah, like this is not looking good. Like, your resume is not looking good right now. Oway didn't touch 10 sacks. What's going on?
Yeah, he's miles off from that. It was 10 sacks. It was 10 sacks by a certain amount of games, and we're past those games. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you're way past it. I think she said mid-season, right?
Yeah, doesn't he have 5 sacks all year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jay didn't get his bet. We didn't get our Lamar re-signed bet. I mean, we didn't forget. But his getting his sacks had to do with him actually being available to play. And because he was too stiff and couldn't turn the corner, he couldn't get on the field. So that robot that you had running a 4-3 just couldn't do his job, huh?
So let's remember also that you redid that bet. You restructured that bet
and still
to say that it would be in the full season instead of the midway point. And yet and still he didn't
Shots
get there.
Fired.
I'm just saying. Yes, she is. With her dying breath, she will defend Oway 100%. I mean, Miss Yolanda, they're not being mean. They're just, holding you to what you said, holding you to your word. Hey, what'd you say to me earlier? They're never going to let you live it down.
As a person of the courts, we hold you in the highest regard.
Highest regard.
I will trust you with my life out in trial.
She not.
Yeah, she gave up on that word. She knows she made that one.
Hey, Hendo, put the word out to LBHT that we need to have her held in court next Wednesday.
Opinion.
The court of public opinion, so we can try to make things right.
Look, and she can be there to defend herself.
I'm just putting it out there, and that's messed up to call Oway Courtney Brown. I wouldn't go that far.
It's pretty similar.
Courtney Brown wasn't a first-round pick.
That's the thing. Courtney Brown wasn't even the first-round pick, but the expectations, I mean, he got closer to his expectations than Oway did.
That's what I'm talking about. We need justice. And we do have multiple videos on top of that, by the way. just want to point that out. Multiple. Look, we say he'll be a character witness. We have a ton of witnesses. I'll be a character witness too.
Yeah, her character's too high for her to have done this. I just
Oh, he
can't
was.
believe it. It hurt my little heart.
Courtney was a first round pick.
It was? Oh,
I don't remember him being a first round pick, but that goes to show how bad he was.
I thought he was like a high second or something. Whatever.
That's what I thought.
I can be wrong sometimes. Rarely, if ever, but it can happen.
Holding yourself to a high standard there, sir. Listen, we look forward to seeing all of that because Wednesday, Miss Yolanda needs to be put on trial. Hendo backed it up. He said he was the first overall pick. So yeah. Okay, so I guess OA is Courtney Brown. I guess we found them.
How many sacks? Yeah, how many sacks
Upshaw.
Did Courtney Brown have?
Courtney Upshaw. Courtney Upshaw didn't have many at all. His career was he was a run stuffer who was supposed to provide pass rush.
It said he had 19 total sacks.
They're about on par.
So he played for 5 years and had 19 sacks. How many of those we got?
Well, they're about on par. He had 5 in his first year, 3 last year, I want to say.
Yeah, 4.5 in each of the first 2 years, 2 in the third year, 6 in the fourth. The 5th year, he only played 2 games. Actually, in the second year, he had 4.5 sacks in the second year and only played 5 games. Yeah, he only had 3 seasons where he actually played.
They're not laughing that whole way.
They should be. But
a lot of people should be.
Yeah, he only had 4 seasons where he actually played more than 10 games, where he played 10 games or more. He had 16, then 5, then 11, then 13, then 2, and then 13.
He insists he's doing great this year. She's proud of him.
But in his first 4 years, he had 17 sacks.
I'll say this. If Tavius Robinson keeps showing the growth that he's showing, OA's in trouble. Like, big time. Because it's going to get to a point where we draft more outside guys. And then you see the way Jadeveon Clowney's playing. He might be back another year. OA has to come up big in the playoffs.
In Owa's first 4 years, the first 3 years, averaging at least about 14 games a year, he has 13 sacks total.
Yeah. He still has that dangerous word that we all talk about. Potential.
Potentially terrible.
That's not what I was going to say, but okay. But he can, if he has one good year where he just takes off, because in the NFL, that's all it takes, right? So say next year he comes in after working with the Rush doctor or Dr. Rush all off season. He comes in, he just turns into this beast, right? He then prices himself out of Baltimore. And it's basically like repeating history of what happens with every pass rusher we draft. They play pretty much subpar. Then that contract year comes. They play out of their mind. And then they're no longer in Baltimore.
What I'm saying is that he's just biding time to go to another team. So he's just disloyal.
I mean, I wouldn't say disloyal, but you know, that's just the history we have with pass rushers. Tavius Robinson has been showing potential. You gotta go back and watch the growth. You gotta watch the growth from what he was when we drafted him to now. I mean, the fact that he's even got a sack this year is amazing. I'll say this: Owe does a better job this year of getting off of blocks than he has in years past. So he's grown. He's grown. It's taken a while, but he's grown. And like I said, that that P word, potential, right? He has all the potential in the world. He has the skills. So we think. It's just not showing on the field. And that is a little bothersome. It's very worrying. He said Tavius Robinson is the smartest kid in this low class. Head no. You be I guess, right? I guess. But who are we considering to be in that slow class? Him and Owe and Ojabo? Because if that's the case, then yeah. If we're not including any of the veterans in that, then yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Like 100% right about that one. It's not an accomplishment. Well, the sack is an accomplishment, right? It's a career accomplishment.
So as far as keeping your word, you said a smooth 30, right?
I said I was gonna push for a smooth 30, and then it's 47 now. I was gonna try to push for that 45. So yeah, we gotta get out of here.
That's something you and Hendo got in common.
The key is to not go 2 hours. All right, that's what I'm fighting for. No 2 hours. I gotta get up early, and I'm gonna drag myself out of bed.
I mean, as long as we talk about Owe and not Caillou Blue Kelly, you seem like you don't mind being on the stream.
I don't mind being on the stream no matter what we talk about, because I love the stream. That's just that. Speaking of no matter what we talk about, we're gonna change the subject entirely here real quick. And I just want to get your thoughts on one thing, only 2 seconds, and then we'll get out of here.
I want to get your thoughts on what Weezy just said.
Did you see the gentleman that attacked the judge?
If we had him playing defense,
bruh.
Look, if we would have had him doing a QB,
exactly.
If we would have had him doing a QB sneak that Snoop tried to do, we'd have beat Cincinnati.
Touchdown all day, because he verticaled that. That was pure vertical. Like that was crazy. That was crazy.
I think that was Yolanda's client too.
It was in fact terrible, right? But it was. Anybody getting hurt was not funny, but to see him go from 0 to 100 that fast was crazy.
Nah, because Owe would have missed the sack. But yeah, Yolanda told him he was going to get probation that day. When the judge said no, it went off, didn't it?
You have yourself a good night and stay safe. Yeah, that might have been the Yolanda client. She reneged on something with the client, and he just snapped. So she had him in a bad mood before they even started the day, and then the judge just set him over the edge. That's what that was. Yolanda was like, Yolanda said, "Listen, I think I can get you just probation." All right. She's like,
you know what it looked like? You know what it looked like? Who was that? It was one. It was I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Crime Time. It was another tag team where the small dude would run and jump, and the big dude would just push him up over the top of the rope so he could land on the other dudes. It looked like like he jumped and somebody just gave him a little extra boost to get over the court
Just
desk.
a little something. Just a little something. Just a little extra. You know, I just told him, hey, listen, I can get you off on this one. I know I can. All right, I guarantee it. Matter of fact,
she said, "I know the judge."
She said, matter of fact, when I do, I'm going to take you out. We're gonna get a little something to eat. The judge was like, nah, not this time, not this time.
Wow, Yolanda just flipped that on Hendo the whole way, the long way. Hendo, she don't like you at all.
We were supposed to get hanging with Hendo again. We were robbed
Months
of a
ago.
great time. Hey man, get your rest. Get your rest and stay blessed. I appreciate you for coming through. All right, y'all. We almost an hour in. We're gonna call it a night. Because I gotta do like Don C, go get my rest in too. He up at 3 a.m. I'm up right behind, an hour behind him. So
I'm glad you corrected that because you said right behind him, and boy, you was about to get smoked in the Twitter polls. You said I'm up right behind him. Wait, what?
You see, I changed it real quick though. Naturally, it came out where I was like, an hour behind him. Yeah. So pause. All right.
Ooh, hold on. It's a fight in the chat.
Hold on. Mr. Hendo says at least he plans on sticking to his word sometime in the near future. So we listen. We can't wait to see that stream to get back to hanging with Hendo. We absolutely love that. All right.
But wait, what about her reply?
That we're also supposed to get Patreon requested streams. I think hold on. Now I think Hendo did cover that. That he did say at one point, him and Brodney were kind of going back and forth about it. He was saying it was going to be for new Patreons only. I don't know what the finished product of that was. Okay. I'll give him that one. So he actually addressed that one.
The way Patreon flipped out on me, I'm technically now a new Patreon again.
You know, I've had that happen to me several times as well.
Bruh, you know how mad I was? I woke up and had to redo every single one. I was so heated.
Bro, I've had it happen to me several times. I had to do LBHTs over and coaches. I think Hendo's ones too. So yeah, I had to do them all over again.
Let it do it again. I'm just gonna be cash apping people. The hell with Patreon.
And she's doing what she do. She finding a way through that. Look,
trying to make my way back.
And Hendo, I'll be ready to watch your stream coming up next on the Rogue Pod. I thank you in advance.
I'll be right there in the chat.
Yep. Mr. Ghost, you want to let them know where they can find you, sir?
86ghost.com. Yep, looks like it. Same for YouTube. _ at the end for Instagram. And me and TikTok still fighting about giving me a decent name because the name they gave me is just outlandishly ridiculous.
So hold on. Hendo, I am going to bed, but what I like to do is let it play in the background and I listen. So I might not be typing in the chat, but I will be listening.
I hear you.
I'll be here. I'll be listening.
I'm present.
All right.
The viewership is still there.
Yes. And it will be. And what about your TikTok, sir?
Bruh, my TikTok is like 86ghost868_. I don't know what the world they doing over there, but yeah, me and them need to rectify that because my screen name is ridiculous. Like literally, I can't remember it.
You see, you lined on it. Set it up. Send the link.
Get her done.
Set it up. Send the link.
She said she'll stream from his channel. Works for me.
Yep.
Maybe me and Yolanda can stream from
Yep.
Hendo's channel with a preview of the Vegan XFL channel.
That works for me. That sounds perfect. Hendo, set it up, send the link. You ain't even got to be there. You heard that? You ain't even got to be there. Set it up, send the link.
Previews of the remix.
That's
No R.
perfect.
Kelly.
Now, y'all can find me, Living Big with Big Reg, on all social media. Right? And I don't know why your TikTok bugging, but mine is exactly the same. Even though I haven't posted there in a while, I'm still there. Okay. Brandon, to tell you this, I share stuff with him all the time. So I'm still there.
You're too active on TikTok. You're too active. You and my mom sent me 1,000 videos. Like
I am. Don't blame me. That's the missus. It's her fault. She got me that way. I used to not touch TikTok at all.
I'm looking for that pillow to come flying in.
Ain't no pillow gonna come find it. She is giving me the evil eye though. You made me start watching TikTok. That was on you. She said, okay, and turned around. She knows that's the truth.
Bars,
She knows
Hendo.
that's the truth.
She's the seller. You should know better. Those are bars.
Look at that. Listen. They setting it up as we speak. So y'all get ready to go over to the Rogue Pod for a late night special. We're in for a treat over on that channel. As Hendo is about to set it up right now. Hendo will be waiting. We thank y'all for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button. We love y'all. And stay blessed. Peace.